So today is World Teachers Day, and we're still celebrating, those who are very much responsible for how all of us, in fact, have turned out. And we'll talk about the good as well, celebrating teachers, and talk about some of the challenges as well within that profession. So the issue of retrenching teachers has also become a growing concern in the education sector. So many educators have lost their jobs, and some have faced challenges in rebuilding those careers. However, there's also those who've managed to turn around those experiences into opportunities. One of those is Aliziwe Agyeman, who is one such individual. She's a teacher who basically used her retrenchment as a stepping stone to make a meaningful impact in education. And she joins us live now in studio. Aliziwe, thank you so much for joining us. And I don't know if I should say Happy Teachers Day, because you're still involved in the sector, but not as a teacher anymore, I understand.
Yes, I'm a teacher as well.
A teacher as well, all right.
Yes.
But I want to go back to 2020.
Yes.
That is when you were retrenched.
Yes.
And it was a very difficult time, because that was at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes.
So losing your job at that time must have been incredibly difficult. Let's talk about that first of all.
Yes, so I am a teacher.
Yes.
I graduated 2014,
yes,
but I couldn't get a permanent job. So I was at a private school. So as you can imagine, when COVID hit, we were all let go. We were not called back. It was so stressful. Then we sat down and said, what do you like the most? I said, beauty. And then I said, that's what we are going to do. I went for training, and then we started our own, the Nail Boss Beauty Salon and Academy.
Wow.
It was registered in 2020, April, just after COVID.
In the height of all of that, where did you get the strength from? Because I mean, at that time, there were so many people who were losing their jobs. It was very easy to be despondent and just sit and think, what happens next? But you thought, this is not teaching in the classroom, but this is now going to be teaching in a different area, and this is where you started the academy.
Yes. So what had happened is that before that, I was renting a desk in a table in the salon.
All right.
So I said, because I knew that there is a profession in the beauty industry,
in the beauty sector,
as
yes.
well. So I thought, well, there are a lot of people that come in the salon. Most of our clients are not coming because they were retrenched. They were let go from their workplaces.
Wow.
So what we said is that let's make this one official. Let's train, because there are a lot of people who are losing jobs. There are a lot of people who are unemployed. There are a lot of people that don't have a plan B. So that's when we started. We registered the Nail Boss Beauty Salon and Academy. We registered it with the accreditation sectors, and then that's how it started. Yeah.
We're still joined by Aliziwe Agyeman, who is a teacher that was retrenched back in 2010 and changed the situation around. Aliziwe, you were still talking to us about, where you got the courage to look at a bad situation and decide, I'm going to turn this around.
I didn't have the courage, but what pushed me is that I had kids. Yeah. I had my mother to look after. So that's what pushed me to find a plan B, something that's gonna work for myself. So Nail Boss basically is a story of rediscovery. Yes. I was trying to rediscover myself.
Wow.
Yes.
And talk to me a bit about, how you had to galvanize the support. It must have been incredibly difficult to start basically from scratch.
It was so difficult because I had no savings at the time. We had no savings. We had to work and work and work and work to make sure that we have the money to start up the business, to register the business, to basically do everything. Yes.
And then I guess you also then went on to employ a number of people. What a turnaround.
Yes. Then 2020 August, on the 19th, we decided, let's advertise on Facebook.
Yes.
That's when we started getting a lot of people. Now we had to train our own people that are going to work with us.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was a very beautiful turnaround. Even today, I just cannot believe.
And I mean, how would you say that experience shaped who you are now?
Do you know, even though the dynamics of teaching had changed,
yes.
Now I was no longer in the classroom, I was outside the classroom, but the drive, what drove me is that I could make a change. There are people who were thanking me, thank you, I'm doing something now.
Wow.
So it still drives me today when I get a message that, you know what, I've opened my own salon, I have employed people.
I was just thinking about that, the name of the academy.
Yes.
Inspires you to become your own boss.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
So you're no longer sitting at the edge of your seat thinking, if something goes wrong in the world again, what am I going to do? It gave you the courage to go and start your own thing.
Yes. So we have people who have even registered their business as boss lady, because now they have that motivation that they can make it again. They have rediscovered themselves to make something out of their lives, even though it was bad at first. Now, but things have changed. Now they are boss lady. They have employed a lot of people.
That's fantastic. And I mean, what would you say to someone, you know, half the time, you know, due to how the economy is doing, you always have people sitting. They always say that you're a paycheck away from poverty. And that's a reality for many people. Should things go the other way, that's it. What would you say to someone who is in that situation?
It's always nice to have a plan B, because you can never know what's going to happen next. Even joining the beauty industry, you are making extra income so that you don't end up having a lot of debts and you don't know what to do with yourself. You become depressed. But if you have a plan B, you can even work over the weekends. You can even have extra time for yourselves to build up your business.
Aliziwe Agyeman, thank you so much. It's a truly inspiring story. Teaching in the classroom at first, that didn't turn out well in 2010, but you decided to be a teacher elsewhere, and not just that, but to empower through in the beauty sector, of course. So you're still teaching, but teaching differently.
Yes, I'm still teaching, but I'm outside the classroom.
Yes,
I still get to impact lives.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And well done for that.
All right,
truly inspiring.
So
thank you very much indeed. Aliziwe Agyeman, who was you know, retrenched back in 2010. She was a teacher, and 2020, yes, 2020. She was a teacher, she was retrenched, and she decided to go and open up, you know, or venture into the beauty business, teaching ladies how to be boss ladies, not just ladies as well, right?
Yeah. Ladies,
absolutely. Are there some gentlemen there as well?
Yes, we do have gentlemen, especially this year. We have a lot of males.
Yeah.
Even on our graduation in November, I think we have about 15 males that we've trained this year.
That's fantastic, because we also have here at the SABC some male makeup artists.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So turning a bad situation around, and just look at how it has turned out now. Truly inspiring. Thank you very much indeed, Aliziwe Agyeman, a teacher who was retrenched back in 2020 and ventured into the beauty business. No longer a teacher in the classroom, but teaching in the beauty sector as well, empowering others to become bosses, their own bosses, basically.